I've come to realize that a lot of times we postpone making decisions because we want some kind of backup, want some kind of assurance in the kind of resources we have to back up the decision, in the kind of help we have, friends in high places, and so on and so forth. But I've come to realize this morning that a decision can be made even devoid of all those things. And that decision can rally your life, can change your life around if you stick to it. And today I'm going to continue talking about choices and talking about decisions in this series that is taking quite a bit of time, because I thought that we were going to come to a close of this series in 2 episodes ago, but things just keep popping up and telling me to do one more episode on it and another. And so today I'm going to continue doing the same thing and talking about decision making, and you want to stay tuned to this one.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
I tell you, I don't care if you're religious or spiritual, whatever it is you are. I'm telling you that decision making is a highly spiritual exercise, a highly spiritual things. I do believe that there are some things, some realms. There's an invisible realm and then there's a visible realm. And anytime a decision is made, it's always going to be recorded in the invisible realm. And I know it sounds woo, but just hold on a minute. Because every time you make a decision, even when the physical realm does not have the wherewithal to support that decision, normally the invisible realm starts repositioning things here and there and start either supporting you or fighting against you. I can tell you this because look at your life. At some point in time, you did make a decision when there was no backing in the physical realm of how that decision is going to be effected. You said you wanted to go to a particular school and you didn't have money. Your parents did not have money, and so on and so forth. And something out of the blue happened and you ended up in that particular school. You said you wanted to be this and you didn't have any wherewithal for it. Normally, let me tell you something. Decision making is a highly spiritual exercise, and we've got to come to that level where we are highly spiritual beings, dictating how our destinies are going to be shaped by the kinds of decisions that we're making. In other words, we are not afraid or we're not scared. Of course, naturally we have this opportunity to be scared and to be afraid of things that might come our way or things that we might have against us. Some insurmountable mountains we might have to climb and so on. But I can tell you this, that we need to come to that level where we are not afraid to make decisions that can shape our destinies, to make decisions that can stop us going, towards the drain, going towards the gutter, going towards living a life that is second-rate, a life that we were never called to live in the first place. You are designed to be a lion and you're appearing on earth like a lizard, like a chameleon, some powerless thing. No, we need to come to that level where we are making decisions. We are courageous and bold enough to make decisions that are going to shape the kind of destiny that we want to live and we want to experience in our lives. And this, I am insisting, does not necessarily have to have a backing of something intangible, something empirical, something that you can see. You see your uncle has money, so you make a decision to start a business. You see that things are going on well for you, so things are favorably disposed towards you physically. That's when you make a decision. And then on the flip side of the coin, you see that you don't have money, so you don't make a decision to launch the business. You don't make a decision to at least think about it. You don't have this, so you don't make a decision. You don't have that, so you don't. Our lives are being dictated by what we're seeing in the physical realm. We've got to come to a level where we are deciding to treat decision making as a spiritual, mightily spiritual exercise, a powerful spiritual exercise that hinges and a pivotal point through which our destiny is going to be shaped. It is purely a spiritual exercise to make a decision, especially the decision that comes from the gut, that comes from your passion, that comes from the deep inside of your soul, that tells you, I want to do this. And of course, there is nothing in the physical realm that shows that you have the capacity to do it, you have the goodwill to do it, you have the legal aspect of it to do it, and so on. Everything might be not even in place. Everything might even be against you, but you need to be making decisions. We've said that it is in the moment of decision making that your destiny, it is going to be shaped. And in the podcast yesterday, we spoke about commitment. We say that, listen, you've got to decide, yes, but you've got to be committed to the decision that you're making. It is 10 plus years down the line since I started Life Signatures. And I'm telling you, 10 years ago, Life Signatures was a non-entity. It was just one blog. On Blogspot. That is what Life Signatures was. But I stayed committed to it. There are moments that I didn't even have airtime. There are moments I didn't know, even with those articles, there are moments I didn't have a way of putting those articles up on Blogspot. I'm telling you, on Blogspot. Didn't even have money to put them on, but I'm still seated. I'm still committed to Life Signatures. Decisions must be made, but they must be stuck to. We must have the wherewithal to make sure that we are sticking with the decisions that we have made in our lives. And let me tell you this, I have said in this podcast very many times that when push comes to shove, life is not that difficult. Life is not that complicated. Life is simple. It is absolutely simple and straightforward, but it is not necessarily easy. It is simple in that you just need to figure out what you want to do and do it. 2 things. That's just about it. I saw that quote this morning on Facebook. And this is what this man has said in this beautiful quote. This is what they have said. They have said, there are only 2 rules for being successful. 1, figure out exactly what you want to do, and 2, do it. This guy is called Mario Cuomo. See, it is simple. And that's why I am insisting that it is in the moment of our decision making that our destinies are shaped. And that quote, of course, is original with Tony Robbins. Let us be people who decide, but let us know, I'm insisting today, know that decision making is a spiritual exercise. I'm telling you, it is a spiritual exercise. When you make a decision, things move in the invisible realm. Some of them to support you, some of them to fight against you. And that's why you get into this battle. If you're a Christian, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about spiritual warfare. I'm telling you, we have evidence in the Christian circles that spiritual warfare works. Decision making is always going to be a spiritual exercise. Get over it and do it, and then commit to it. That is how you're going to shape your destiny. I don't know. I'm saying this because we're coming in this level, this season. We're ending the year in 2019. If you're listening in 2019, you are ending the year in 2019. Okay? And just a few weeks from now, there's going to be some serious euphoria going on in the cities around the whole universe, where people are excited for a new beginning, a new season, a psychological new start. And people are going to be given an opportunity. I'm telling you, even in the invisible realm, it is like a dispensation that has been opened. It's like a door that is being opened in the spiritual realm for people to decide, for people to choose, for people to make decisions on where they want their destinies to go, how they want their lives to be shaped, what they want to stand for, what they want to stand against, what they want to be known for, how they are going to improve, how they are going to be successful, things that they are going to stop doing, things that they are going to start doing. We're coming to that moment in time in a few weeks from now. If you're listening in December 2019, but if you're not even listening in December 2019, maybe you're listening at another moment in time, the same thing still applies. Decision making is a spiritual exercise that we have an opportunity to every waking day. I'm telling you, every waking day you can decide. I'm telling you, you can decide, and you can look back 10 years later and you can say that my life changed that very day, that I made that decision. And some people can pinpoint how their lives were altered to the date, to the day, to the hour. Because decision making is that powerful. I'm telling you, where your mind goes, where your decision making goes, where your resolve goes, your life follows. I'm telling you. So be in position to be making decisions every now and then. And in the next 3 episodes, starting with this one, I want to discuss, because I've said that life is simple, I want to discuss just 3 things for which I pray and hope that you are going to come to make a decision for. I'm telling you, this is much more important than any pursuit you can ever have in life. These 3 things I'm going to mention, life is simple as those 3 things. You get these 3 things right in terms of your decision making. I'm telling you, you've ordered your life. You've decided how your life is going to go. You've made a resolution. You've made a commitment. You've engaged yourself. You've been given you've given yourself an obligation that restricts you from freedom, from all the other things, and gives you the freedom and liberty to these things alone. See, if we come to a level where we are sharp and we are focused, then we become productive. That's why I need you, by all the mercies of God, I beseech you to make these 3 decisions in your life. It doesn't matter at what level you are at when you're listening to me. I need you to be engaged. I need you to have this pressure, this commitment to these 3 things. The very first thing, ladies and gentlemen, and I know you saw it coming, you need to make a decision and a commitment for purpose. You were born for such a time as this. In the previous episodes, we've shared extensively that there is an intention of the divine upon your life. That is why you are living. There is no other reason that you are alive and you've been preserved to listen to me today other than to be counted on by the divine, other than to be counted on by creation and the universe. They are waiting for you to manifest. You are a miracle waiting to happen. You are a solution waiting to happen. And the way this happens is not through conformity. It is not through you going through some kind of school system, which is important. It has its place. It is for you to raise your head above the rut, above the system, above the traditional culture, and ask yourself, wait a minute, what am I doing here? Why on earth am I here in the first place? And then when you ask that question, I'm telling you, that's when you start drawing nigh towards what your purpose in life is. You are born for such a time as this. We are waiting for you to manifest. We are waiting for you to write that book. We are waiting for you to paint that picture. We are waiting for you to start that business. We are waiting for you to start that family. We are waiting for you to start that fellowship. We are waiting for you to put that idea into action. We are waiting for you. You are born for such a time as this. There is purpose. There is a call. I don't care who you are, whether you are black, yellow, white and red. You are called for such a time as this. You are on this earth for such a time as this, to be a solution to the universe. So you've got to make a decision for purpose. You've got to make a decision and a commitment for purpose. You say, I don't know what my purpose is. Then make a decision to know what it is. Because once you make a decision to know what it is, I'm telling you, I've told you, decisions are spiritual. Once you made a decision for whatever thing it is, I'm telling you, things in the spiritual and the physical realm start repositioning themselves to give you the answers to the decision that you've made. But nothing happens until you decide. Nothing moves until you make a decision and you draw a line in the sand and you say, this is where I stand, this is how I'll be known for, this is how I'll be remembered, this is the solution I'm offering. It is inside of you. It is not out there. Stop looking out there. Stop copying TD Jakes and copying this and copying that. It is within you. Look within. This guy called Miles Monroe says God hid your purpose inside of you because he knew that in there you cannot miss it. It is in you. You feel it. The things that make you angry, the things that make you unsettled, and you see problems on the face of the earth and you say someone should change that. That's you. You are it. You are it. So make a decision for purpose. Let us know you for your purpose. What is your purpose? What are you doing? What were you born to do? Why did you come on the face of the earth? To breathe and to die? No. To pay bills and to expire? No. To bring kids and to expire? No. You came on the face of the earth to serve your purpose, to explore your potential, to show your difference, to color this world with your uniqueness. Make a decision for purpose. You will be grateful you ever made that decision. Purpose is not automatic, my friend. You will feel it, you will sense it, you will know that there is something greater in life than what you are experiencing. But unless you make the decision, purpose will stay aloof away from you. It is something you decide for, something you go towards. It's not something that gravitates towards you. In very few occasions, purpose will unearth, will push itself on people, and those are special people. Okay, in very few occasions. But for the most part, purpose will want you to search. Purpose will want you to seek. Purpose will want you to make a decision to stand firm and say, I'm looking for my purpose. God, I want to know why I was born. Why am I here on earth? Why is it that I'm going through these things that I'm going through today? Why am I suffering? Why am I even alive? Am I alive to go through this pain and to go through this tribulation, to be rejected like this? Why am I alive? There's gotta be a bigger reason to life than this ring. Once you start making decisions for purpose, my friend, you start gravitating towards what it is, and you start making sense of what your life is all about. Make a decision for purpose. I know you're going to make a decision to go to the gym. I know you're going to make a decision to eat right. I know you're going to make a decision to have a good relationship. I know you're going to make a decision to have money. But brother, my sister, make a decision for purpose, because all those things, they are locked within the decision for purpose. You are not a zombie. You are not useless. You are not here to occupy space above the earth and then when you die to occupy space beneath the earth. You are not here just to go through some kind of rehearsal, some kind of life that has already been predetermined. You know, you're going to go to school for 16 years and then after that you're going to start looking for a job, and then after that you're going to get married, and then after that you're going to have kids, and then after that you're going to retire, and then you're going to die. No! There's gotta be something greater, and that is purpose. So find what that purpose is by making a decision for it. There was this time that I was recruiting people for a certain project. One of the questions I asked each of them was this: what do you want in this life? What is it that you really want in this life? And not any one of the 60 or so people that I interviewed could readily and easily answer that question. That is the problem we are having today. We are so dulled, we are so blinded by the pursuits of life that purpose is relegated to the periphery, as if it's not important, as if it's something that we do in our 60s when we're building our own foundations after being successful in the corporate world. And all of us want to go to the corporate world, and the rest of us will want to have a prayer, and then you get a breakthrough. If you're gonna pray, my friend, pray for a breakthrough of purpose. Let it come to you, because you were born for such a time as this, to exude your purpose, to serve and impact and influence this earth with your purpose. If that is the case, that not one of those 60 people were able to tell me about life, how about the question of what is your purpose in life? How do you think they would have fared on if I asked them? Because I asked them, what do you want in this life? I mean, nobody. But what if we raised the bar a bit high and asked, what is your purpose in life? The truth of the matter is that many people do not know what the purpose of their existence is, because they did not ask. That's just it. I'm not saying that all of us are born with purpose, and I'm not even bashing us. See, I'm not bashing us. I'm not. It sounds as if I'm condescending and telling people that you don't have purpose, you're second rate, and so on. That's far from it. None of us is born knowing what our purpose is. But we were born for purpose. We were not born arbitrarily. We were not raised arbitrarily. We were not brought on the face of the earth arbitrarily. And I've said elsewhere in one of my quotes that the solution to every problem, the solution God has to every problem on the face of the earth is a baby. And you are a baby at one point in time. For as long as you are a baby, you are a solution to something. That's why you need to find out what that solution is, and that's why you've got to make a decision for purpose. If you're to make any decision, life is not that complicated, my friend. It is simple. I know you might be going through heartache. I know you might be going through brokenness. I mean, you don't have money, you've been thrown out of the house, and maybe things are going wrong inside of your family, marriage, and things are not right. Doesn't excuse you from making a decision about purpose. I have a feeling that once you make a decision about purpose and you get committed to it, like we said in the previous episode, I have a feeling that everything else that you're looking for in life starts falling in place. It might not materialize in a day. It might not materialize in 2 days or 3 days or even 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or maybe even 5 years. But if you stay committed to the decision of purpose in years on end, I'm telling you, life will start taking shape. And I have always told people, those guys who know what their purpose is, they cannot die until they found out how fully it has been deployed. So find out what your purpose is. Make a decision for what your purpose is. The reason as to why we do not have purpose is because we do not make a decision for it. We do not make a decision to seek it. We simply fit in a certain set of structure in life, mostly involving finding income and paying bills. But in the years to come, after you've listened to this podcast, you ought to make a commitment that you will find out what your life purpose is, because it is there, and that you will have a themed life. In other words, everything else that you do will revolve around that theme of your life purpose, that you will start gravitating towards it. Yeah, when you make such a commitment, I'm telling you, the unknown, the unseen, the invisible, everything else that is unknown starts becoming the known, starts becoming the visible, starts becoming manifesting itself. I'm telling you, people that you never met, you start meeting them. People start quoting you, people start gravitating, people who help us. Someone called them destiny helpers. They start appearing inside of your life because you're a man and a woman of purpose. You've already known what it is that you want to do. Help will come to you and will find an answer to what you're seeking once you've decided to make a decision and a commitment for purpose. I am so passionate about this, and you can feel it in my gut, that the most successful people are those who have a passion. They have a passionate cause for which they have devoted their entire lives. And I know I spoke to someone and they told me, I don't want to change the world. I just want to be free. I don't want to change this world. Listen to me. Whatever it is that you want to do, it is needed because it's coming from your gut. It is needed on the face of the earth. It must be as minute as you might want to think, but it has its place on the face of the earth. Just find out what your purpose in life is. If you don't know what it is, make a decision for it today and stick to that decision. Make a commitment. Let me tell you something. Once you've made a decision to find out what your purpose is, you're going to find what it is sooner or later. That's how it is. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.